It's time for another Let's Shop, where I take you to one of my local haunts to support local businesses. I didn't look at the weather today and it's way colder than I thought it was, so I'm gonna hustle inside where it's Saltillo Tile, one of my all-time favorite tile stores. If you've ever liked anything I've done in tile, it probably came from here, because Mike, the owner, and I have been working together for longer than I'm gonna tell you, because that would make me seem really, really, really old. Let's start with mosaics. There are walls upon walls of mosaics here. Let's be clear, mosaics are on the slightly more expensive side. You're looking at above $20, $25, maybe $30 a square foot. But these are really the wow factor, the jewelry, and the excitement in a tile installation. And you don't have to do massive walls with them. Maybe it's your backsplash, maybe you use them as an accent element, and I will teach you how to do that as we go along. Okay, hands up if you liked the Midtown Reno. We did an entire wall of this hex in the shower. So this is how you can kind of condense the amount you're using. If you want to maximize your investment, this is a good way to do it, okay? So that's the hex Thassos. Here we have pretty and flowery, and I have to point out on this wall, because every single time I show anything from my own cottage, everybody wants to know, where did that backsplash come from? Okay, right here. This is the Ming Green Carrera polished sunflower. And this is a favorite of mine. I installed it at the cottage in 2008. I still love it. It's so pretty, it's so soft. I think it is fresh, it's nautical, it's lovely, and it comes in a whole bunch of different color options. So that's super fun. There's always basket weave options, so you can go small or you can go large. This is the amazing Oriental White large scale 6-inch hex that is inset, making a carpet detail in my own bathroom at Starlight Farm. Ooh, this is new and fun. Look at this, a square chevron in Calcutta and Thassos. Warm naturals mixed with cool naturals, that's always my favorite. Some gray tones, some creamy warm tones. That's how you make sure it stays current and doesn't look dated. This is super gorgeous. I need to find a home for this. Ooh, here, again, it's all about the Midtown Reno. Look at this one. Big square Calcutta Thassos. This amazing pattern. We installed this all over the principal bathroom floor in the Midtown Reno. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. All-time favorite fun option is penny rounds. So big penny rounds, scattered penny rounds, not my favorite. Teeny tiny penny rounds. Years ago, we did a kitchen backsplash where we created a custom chevron pattern using the teeny tiny penny rounds inserted in between a zigzag border. So the key to this is it's not just about buying boxes and boxes and slapping it in. It's always, for me, about how we can combine these materials together and create something fun and new and different, because every project needs to look and feel different to me. Here's an example. This isn't exactly the one I've used in the past because it's out of stock, but a waterfall mosaic. So if you look at these are tiny strips of very simple, crisp tiles in squares in varying colors. So I've always done treatments where I slice these sheets up and I use them as long strips on the floor. In my daughter's bathroom at home, we bordered them around large format tiles. I've used them all in sheet format as a backsplash. Honestly, this is a time and again solution for me and makes a great shower floor too, if you're looking for something more contemporary. Last stop on the mosaic tour, I have to show you this one. Do you remember this? From the Contemporary Chalet, we used this in one of the bathrooms, and what I love about this is it is a design that is reminiscent of a traditional quilt. So a historic quilt pattern reinterpreted into stone. How cool is that? Okay, let's talk about cement tiles, patterned cement tiles. If you're wondering, Sarah, is this a timeless trend? I don't know if it's timeless and forever, but it continues on in popularity now. It has been popular for a long time, and I think some of these tiles are super fun. Look at this one. This is a fabulous modern geometric. So this is fun in a powder room. This can be fun in a mud room, depending on how much traffic you get. You can scrub these, but they do have to be properly sealed when they're first installed. If you drop something really heavy on it, it could chip. You know, you have to decide what's right for you, okay? That's all I'm gonna say there. Do you recognize this pattern? So Mike, the owner of Saltillo, got this color custom made for me and brought it in for Starlight Farm. And this is what is on the powder room floor, and I love it, love it, love it. Sometimes when I love something, I buy it in 2 colors. Do you ever do that? Yeah, it's easier and less expensive to do with, say, a sweater or a pair of shoes than it is to do with tile, but there you go. I also used the beige version in the media room, behind the wood stove, and also above the bar. And I think it's fabulous. Look at this one. Do you remember when I couldn't make up my mind about how to install this tile on Sarah Off the Grid Season 2 in the principal bathroom? So you can make so many different patterns with these. I think this is a fabulous one because it's kind of got the warm and cool neutrals. Also comes in a darker option. Okay, now let's talk about one of my all-time favorites. Oh my gosh, this one here, Blue Savoy Honed. You're probably thinking, Sarah, why are you getting so dreamy about this tile? Because it feels so beautiful. This is a French marble called Blue Savoy, and I have used it 2 times. It is in my home in the city throughout my kitchen and front hall. And it is also in my kitchen at the farm. See, sometimes I do something twice, but it looks totally different. It's both modern and it's more classic, traditional. This is a bit of a splurge, but I think this is something you really have to rationalize when you're renovating. And when you're talking about natural stone and you're talking about your floors, they are there forever. So make sure you get what you want. I got what I wanted and I don't regret it. It was worth the investment. Here's another favorite of mine. This is called Silver Wooden Light in the entry foyer at Starlight Farm. We took this tile, so this is 12 by 24, and we took it and we sliced it into 6 by 24 pieces, and then we installed it in an oversized herringbone install, so it looks kind of more like a classic wood herringbone floor interpreted in natural stone. Because for me, durability and practicality, they go hand in hand. They must always be together. So these are the sort of large format tiles, and what I'm always thinking about is how can I take these and then how can I take them up a notch? So for the Blue Savoy, I've installed it in 2 different houses in 2 different ways. In the city, I put bands of white tile to create this stacked contemporary motif. And at the farm, I installed it as a tile carpet that goes between the stove and the sink and the dishwasher. And in case you're wondering, Sarah, was that a good idea? I will always tell you, everybody, 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 steal this idea. So in order to make it look like a carpet, I installed the full-size tiles, and then I created a carpet fringe on the end with that waterfall mosaic I showed you back over there. So the good thing is, when you come shopping, all of these can be removed off the wall, and you can take them to the sample table so you can lay them out and see how they look together. Also, they're not light, so you're gonna get a workout. Wear comfortable clothes and be prepared to work hard. I told you Mike, the owner, and I have known each other for a long time. You know how long we've known each other? Long enough that I walked in and he looks at me and goes, "What's with the boots?" So what do you think? Do you like them? You like them, you don't like them? Because I know you've got an opinion, you've been watching, you're gonna comment, so there you go, comment away. I bought these because I'm starting a new project. I'm gonna be spending a lot of time on site, so I thought I needed something comfortable. Let's talk about one of my favorite topics, and that is anything and everything white. When it comes to white marble, there are a huge number of choices and a huge number of price points. So I'm gonna give you a super quick primer. Most expensive and super beautiful is Calicut. So it has a white ground, which is why it's admired, and then it has golden veining. So you have to like the golden veining in order to get Calicut. If you want the look of Calicut, sort of the look but less expensive, that's where you can go for something called Oriental White. It doesn't have those same ribbons in it, but it has a really great color. I've used this a lot, and especially if you're combining mosaics with larger tiles, this can be a way to get the look you want without going whole hog on that expensive Calicut. Then there's a tile that's called Velacus. I would would say it's kind of a creamier white ground, but then it's gonna have some grays, and the grays tend to be more purpley grays. Not a warm gray, but also it's gorgeous, I love it. There's Carrara, and when you see Carrara against the Calicut, that's when you can really see the difference. So Carrara is far less expensive because it is more kind of gray and a bit murkier in terms of the overall ground. So if you look at the difference here, look at this. This is Carrara, this is Oriental White. Here's another one, Thassos. Thassos is a Greek stone. It's sparkly white. It almost looks like what I call diamond snow, you know, in winter when the snow is so sparkly. Winter is here, it's upon us, and it's absolutely gorgeous. That's what Thassos is, pure white, no veining, just a little bit of sparkle. And oh, Statuario. Statuario is white with really beautiful, strong gray veining in it. And the thing you have to note is when you're looking at buying these, I would always suggest that you ask what the current lot looks like. Ask for a few tiles to be pulled out of the back so you know what you're getting. You do not want to be surprised when it gets delivered to site, because at that point you can't bring it back. You want to make sure you know what you're getting before you get it. Here's some fun things I've used in the past. Pebbles. These are great shower floor options or for a rustic option. These are really great because they feel so good underfoot. If you want a foot massage while you're starting your morning ritual or cleansing at the end of the day, I want you to think about these. Hexagon tiles. I did a really fun thing with hex tiles in the Retro Ranch. I installed 3 colors. You guys helped me vote and decide which way they should be installed. And this is a really nice size. The 8-inch hex is a great size. I like this one. Look at this. This is really nice. I feel like this is the department of you can't go wrong. So these are fabulous because there's all different sizes. They have a little bit of a softened face, so they're supposed to look like a hand-formed tile. I used 2 colors of these in the farm in behind the wood stove, and it's a nice big format tile. And because there's so many different options in multiple colorways, they have the exact same thickness, which means you can mix them and match them together to create the pattern you want. You will never go wrong with the world of simple, timeless, classic tile, whether you go for the 3x6 subway, the 2x8. The 2x8 tile I'm a big fan of because it feels just a little bit more updated from the classic subway tile. But let's be honest, you can never go wrong with classic subway tile if that's your style. One of the tricks I really like is to combine just a normal field tile with a decorative element. So these are the decorative elements I use. I'm less likely to use the OG. I find it more traditional. I'm more likely to use these little, just these rounded Listello pieces because you can insert them within a field of tile. And you can do it either in ceramic or, look at these yummy bits. These are pencil borders. Oh look, they're called SR. Yeah, because I like these. No, that's not why they're called that. Has nothing to do with me. And you can get them in a whole variety of different natural stones. So in Fiona's bathroom, I used a white tile and put lines of a Carrara through it. Really, really like the way that looked. Sky's the limit. What I want you to think about when you're doing a project is, if you're thinking you need some ideas, go online first, do some research, and then come here, take a look around and see how you can bring those ideas to life with what is available. Always something new and different. Look at these lozenge-shaped ones in this dark, dark green. I've wanted to do a dark green bathroom for so long. Last thing here to look at, multi-hued, looks more hand-glazed, moss green. You can get this alabaster, blue, salmon, is that your thing? Go for it, dive in. These are amazing because they have this glassy finish over them, that the way they are glazed, you really appreciate the color variation. It's like a watercolor, right? Beautiful. Okay, I've shown you a lot. I can't possibly show you everything or tell you about every single tile install I've ever done because we'd be here forever. But hopefully you've got some good ideas, some inspiration, and you are ready to head out and search and come up with fabulous ideas and make that renovation project a reality. There we go. That's another Let's Shop. Thanks for joining me, Saltillo Tiles. Want to make sure you never miss an episode? Make sure you hit the button to subscribe and don't forget to click the bell for notifications, and you'll be able to follow us on our design life journey each and every day.